for today's lesson. What is the weather today? Could you look outside your window and tell me what the weather is for you? Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it rainy? Is it windy? Is it stormy? What's the weather like? Nice. Well, for me, the weather is windy. It's quite windy and it reminds me of a Johnny song. So Johnny. Indeed, the wind is quite strong outside. Maybe I have to be lighted and fly it outside. Yes, the weather for me is windy. And can you guess what is the animal of the day? So far we have been looking at some striped animals when it comes to language arts, and today is another striped animal, but this one, it's small, it's an insect, it loves flowers, it can fly. Can you guess what that animal is? It is a bumblebee. Yes, bumblebees are actually striped insects. So you can see it has black and yellow stripes, and even at the end there, it has a white stripe. And fun fact about bumblebees, well, I know that you already know they love flowers, and when they go to flowers, they gather nectar. But did you know that the bees that you see outside are actually female? So they are female worker bees. All the male bees are actually in the hive, so the women are out doing the work. Now let's review the days of the week, because you need to know what today is in order to head up in your book. Okay, so the days of the week are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. What day was it yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday. Yes, yesterday was Tuesday. And what day is it today? Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. And could you believe it's already the middle of the week? What day will it be tomorrow? Tomorrow will be Thursday. Nice. So yes, today is Wednesday the 10th of February in the year 2021, and this is grade 1 language arts. The word of the week is was. The word of the week is was, W-A-S, was. Let's read the sentence I have in the word of the week together. Let's see the first one. It says, I was in kicking ball. I was kicking ball. Next one. He was playing hopscotch. He was playing hopscotch. Finally, she was shopping with her mom. She was shopping with her mom. Nice. Now let's move on to phonics. And for phonics, we're going to be looking at a new sound today. So let's first read a short story. The donkey is very friendly. When he sees anyone, he waggles his ears and says, E-R, E-R. And so that's the song that we'll be looking at. Specifically, we'll be looking at E, right? So E-E says E. I'm going to play the jingle for you, and it goes to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
See the donkey in its stall, E-O, E-O is its call.
Okay, we're going to do it one more time, but I would like for you to do the actions for me. You're going to put your hands up on your head, and then you're going to flap them up and down like they're the donkey ears, okay? And we're going to say E-R, E-R. So let's do it one more time.
See the donkey
moving your ears? Great job. So let's look at our first word that has in the E sound. So the two E's come together to say E, as if you're gritting your teeth or somebody say E. So let's go. The first sound is E, and the second sound is O. The second sound is L. So let's go. It is eel. Eel. The word is eel. Do you know what is an eel? This is an eel. Here I have a video for you of an eel swimming. And doesn't it look like a ribbon? It looks like a ribbon moving. So this is an eel. And here I have a green moray eel, which we actually have in our waters. And look at how wide its mouth is. It can open its jaws so wide. So yes, this is an eel. Let's look at the next word. The first sound is S. Letter S says S. And the second sound is E. The second sound is E. Together, S, E, C. C. This is the C that you see with your eyes. But I don't think this guy can see. He's closing his eyes so he can't see what's on the paper. So that was the word C. Let's look at this word. First sound, B. Letter B says B. Second sound, E. Second sound, E. Together, what is it? B. E. B. The word is bee, as in a bumblebee. So here I have for you actually a honeybee. So we have the word bee. Let's try this one out. First sound, B. First sound, B. Second sound, E. We know this part says B. And the final sound is F. Final sound, F. Put it all together. B. Eef. Beef. The word is beef. And where does beef come from again? Beef comes from cows. And here I have a piece of beef on the barbecue grill. Ooh, this is making me so hungry. Beef. And this word now. First sound, B. First sound, B. Second sound, E. The word is B. This part is B. And the final sound is N. N. So it's bean. Bean. So bean is actually a word that you would use with has or have. So you might hear someone say to you, where have you been? Oh, she has been down the road. So that is how you would use the word been. Right, so here I'm gonna have the words coming up in the clouds for you guys. So when you see the words coming up in the cloud, I want for you to say the word out loud, okay? So let's go. First word, what is that word? Nice job. Bean. What's this one? See, yes, I see with my eyes. What is this one? Bee. Yeah, the animal of the day was a bumblebee. What's this word? Eel. Nice, yes. And this one? Beef. Great job. Give yourself a round of applause. And now read this sentence for me, because you know the words inside of this sentence. Go ahead and give it a try. Excellent job. Now let's move on to composition. For composition, we have been looking at sentences, and by now you know that a sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. And there are two types of sentences. There is a telling sentence. A telling sentence tells us about something. A telling sentence ends in a full stop. For example, I see a toad. We know this is a telling sentence because it's telling us about what someone sees, and it ends in a full stop right at the end here, or some people would refer to this as a period. So I see a toad. And we know that there is an asking sentence. An asking sentence is a question. An asking sentence ends in a question mark. For example, can you see the toad? Can you see it? So I'm asking you something and you would answer back. So that's also how we know it's an asking sentence, because you have to give an answer. And it ends here in a question mark. Today we'll be focusing on those marks. The question marks on the full stop, they are called punctuation marks. Say punctuation. Say that for me. Punctuation marks. So the full stop and the question mark, they are called punctuation marks. There are also other punctuation marks, but these are the two that you know. You know, this one is called a full stop, and you might hear on television or in some other show, you might hear somebody say a period mark. So the full stop or period is the same thing, okay? And then you know that question mark, that's the other punctuation mark that you know. You know the full stop or period, and you know the question mark, okay? So we're going to be looking at how we use those two marks today. So here, this one says, how old are you? What would you put at the ending? Would you put a question mark or would you put a full stop? How old are you? Is it an asking sentence or is it a telling sentence? It's doing what? It's asking us a question because we have to give an answer back. How old are you? You have to tell it, I am 6 years old, I am 5 years old. Once you have to give an answer, then you know it's an asking sentence. So how old are you? We should have it end in a question mark because it's a question. Next up, my teacher is Mrs. Durant. My teacher is Mrs. Durant. Is this asking me something or is it telling me something? It's telling me, right? It's telling me about my teacher. My teacher is Mrs. Durant. So that means I have to end it in a full stop or period mark. My teacher is Mrs. Durant. It's telling me about who my teacher is. Where is my mom? Where is my mom? Is this an asking sentence or a telling sentence? Where is my mom? I have to give back an answer. So it's asking me something. So therefore it's an asking sentence. And I would put a question mark at the end. Where is my mom? Question mark. Okay. And finally, are you okay? Sometimes people would do that. They would ask you this question. They would say, are you okay? Yes. And so that means it's an asking sentence. So it has to end in a question mark. And now let's see this one. It says, birds can fly. Birds can fly. Is this asking you something about birds? Oh, no, no, no. It is telling you about birds. It says, birds can fly. So we're going to end this one in a full stop. Now let's try some more together, all right? My dog is sick. You tell me, is this an asking sentence or telling sentence? It's a telling sentence. Great job. It's telling us about our dog. And our dog is sick. So we're going to end this one in a full stop. My dog is sick. So it ends in a full stop. Next, it says, I like guavas. I like guavas. I really do like guavas. They're my favorite fruits. So is this telling you something or asking something? It's telling you about guavas. Yes, it's telling you about what I like. So we have to end it in a full stop because I like guavas. It's telling you about what I like and we're ending it in a full stop. Next one. Who is your dad? Who is your dad? You're answering, aren't you? Right. So that's an asking sentence. And so when it's an asking sentence, we end it in a question mark. Who is your dad? Nice job. Can you play cricket? Can you play cricket? Is this an asking sentence or a telling sentence? It's asking us something, and when we're being asked something, that means it has to end in a question mark. Nice job. Finally, this one, it says, she has a goat. She has a goat. Is it asking something about the goat or is it telling us something about the girl that has the goat? It's telling us, right? She has a goat. She owns the goat. It belongs to her. So, and it's telling us. So therefore, it ends in a full stop. She has a goat. Nice job. So now it's your turn. You're going to practice for me. You're going to turn to page 56 in your language tree workbook, not your textbook. You're looking for the one that's blue on the cover. In your workbook, page 56, and you're going to do exercise 1 where you're going to simply fill in full stops and question marks. Okay, so read what you have there and see if it's an asking sentence or a telling sentence, and you decide if it ends in a full stop or a question mark. Next, let's move on to word study, and this will be the last topic for our language arts lesson today. Word study. For word study, we have been looking at alphabetical order, and let's go now and say our alphabet together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Or Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me? Great job. I hope you enjoyed that alphabet, by the way. So yes, we know that alphabetical order is a way to sort a list. It is done by following the usual order of the letters in the alphabet. So you have to know your alphabet in order to put things in alphabetical order. And today we're going to be focusing on identifying which letters come before and which letters come after. All right, so before is over here to your which hand do you have up here? What hand is on the side of before? Is on your left, and after comes on your right. Okay, before is behind, after is in front. Got that? Before behind, after in front, before to the left, after to the right. All right, so we're going to be looking for which letter comes before the letter P and which letter comes after letter P. So here we have letter P in the middle, and we're going to look for letter P up here. Do you see it? Here it is. Here's letter P. So first I'm going to look for the letter that comes before. So I'm going to check behind of letter P, to the back of the letter P, to the left of the letter P. And what letter is that? That is letter O, right? Letter O comes before letter P. So let's write it in right here. So that's letter O that comes before. And which letter comes after letter P? Letter Q, right here. Letter Q comes after letter P. So I will fill this in right here. Letter Q has a little hook on its tail. All right. So the O came before and the Q came after. All right. Before is behind, after is in front. Okay. Next up, we have letter Y. So let's find letter Y. There it is. What letter do you see comes before letter Y? You're going to look for behind letter Y to see before. That is the letter X. Letter X is behind, so it's before letter Y. We say it before we get to letter Y. We say WXY. So you have to say it before you get to letter Y, so therefore it's before. So let's put our X in there. That's for before. And which letter comes after letter Y? You say Y, then you say Z, or you say Z. So Z or Z comes after the letter Y. So X is before and Z or Z is after. Okay? Now let's try some more together. You're gonna teach me now. So what letter is in the middle here? This is letter J. Could you find letter J up here for me, please? Point to it on your screen. Good job. There is the letter J. And now which letter comes before letter J? Point to the letter that is before letter J. You have to say it before you get to letter J. That is the letter I. Nice job. Now let's write in the letter I here because that comes before letter J. And now what letter comes after letter J? As you say, after you said J, you said this letter. What letter is that? Letter K. Nice job. Keep pointing right. Letter K. So let's write in the letter K here. So nice work. So letter I comes before letter J and letter K comes after letter J. Terrific job. Give us a round of applause. Thank you so much for teaching me that. Now let's do this one. This letter in the middle here is letter B. Its name is B. Its sound is B. Remember, sound is different from name, alright? So yes, letter B. Let's look for it up here in the alphabet. Do you see it? Nice work. That's letter B. Now let's look for the letter that comes before letter B. We have to say this letter before we get to letter B. What letter is that? Letter A. Nice job. So that's letter A. Let's fill it in here. Letter A. And now which letter comes after letter B? So you say B and then you say this letter. Which letter is that? Letter C. Great. So let's fill that in. So it's A, B, C. Nice. So letter A comes before and letter C comes after letter B. And finally, let's do this one. What letter is in the middle here? N. N is in the middle. Nice. Let's let the N up here. And what letter comes before N? Before letter N is the letter M. You say M before you get to N. So let's fill in letter M. And what letter comes after letter N? Letter O comes after letter N. Nice work. Let's fill in the letter O right here. So yes, letter M comes before and letter O comes after. Terrific job. I have such brilliant students. Thank you very much. Now it's your turn to show off on me. You're going to go to page 84 in your language tree workbook and you're going to complete exercise 1 and you're going to take a picture and you're going to send it back to Miss and say, Miss, you see I am bright, I know what the things are, I know before and after, and you're going to do that all by yourself. Okay, so go ahead and turn to page 84 in your language tree workbook and complete exercise 1. And that will be all for today's lesson. So goodbye guys. I have tears in my eyes just like Pikachu. I'm gonna miss you guys so much. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. Bye.